Hello everybody, bienvenido a todo. Today we are going to do a scenario that I have downloaded from the Creators Club in Train Sim World 2, which, because it's been so long since I made a video, they released that since the last time. So I'm going to show you it so I can give a hat tip to the person who created it, because this is a quite special one. Because someone has used the exploit on PC to get the HST in First Great Western Livery, in the original livery it was intended to be in, which it was never released in officially, but though it was left in the game because I guess it was too much effort to get rid of. So the scenario is called First Great Western HST to Paddington. And as you can see, it's in the official First Great Western livery on the HST. And the user who did it is TomFresco. So there you go. Hat tip to TomFresco for what is actually a really good scenario as well, because it's full of AI. And I don't know if that's because there was some other exploits used to like fill the certain tracks with trains that wouldn't otherwise be there. It feels like it's much busier than you can normally make a scenario. He's got lots as well, and they're all fairly good. I mean, he's got scenarios taking I think, using the 182 to haul it might be someone else, but yeah, there we go. If you get this one, flick train to Bremen. I don't know where you get the livery. I couldn't find it, but if you have I think it's the 182 that comes with Hamburg. If you download this one, flick train to Bremen, you'll be able to use the 182 to haul the intercity coaches that otherwise are only haulable with BR 101. So that's quite fun because you can get up to 230 kilometers per hour with that train. Probably faster actually. I don't know if it's limited. Like you actually physically you can't. Maybe if you turn AFB on and you're on a downhill, you can. Well, anyway. Um, so we're going to do this one anyway because it does look stunning. I mean, this livery looks stunning. It looks far better than the Great Western Railway one. So I've downloaded it already and I've already done it. To be honest, like 4 times. But I'm going to do it again, and I think I'm going to go to timetable mode first. As you can see, on my profile didn't come across that they still haven't sorted that out. So it's not surprising that no, I'm not going to do rain. I'm going to do cloud though. A little bit cloudy, a little bit cloudy. Some wind. Yeah, that should do. I don't know. I cannot remember if because I'm sure sometimes it feels like the weather is with the scenario, but I don't think it is. I think I'm just getting it mistaken. So here we have First Great Western Paddington. He's got. I think these come from the same user. There's a HST power car to Reading where you just drive just the power car from Paddington to Reading or from the depot to Reading. And there's a First Great Western 166, which is basically the same as this one, but you're driving a 166 to Paddington. But we'll do this one because it's great and it's only like 25 minutes. So it should be fine. Easy to do. Right. It's like midday when this happens, so it should be good. And the problem with the scenario planner is there aren't really any passengers, so it always feels a bit like, okay. But you do get the load unload passengers on the when you start, which is something you don't get in timetable mode on this route. I don't think. I'm sure they've said at one point they said they were going to update it to do that, but I don't think it ever came, or it was too difficult to do. Yes, okay, right. I Did I close the doors? I guess I did. Well, here we go. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it gorgeous? So much nice. I mean, I don't even like this livery that much on this train. I have lots of bad memories of First Great Western when I used to travel to Oxford a lot. But it's so much. It looks much clearer than the dark green that you get with the default route. Makes it virtually impossible to see the details of the train, whereas this one, you can see it a lot more. Right. Got that going, and Wait, what have I done wrong? Oh, there we go. No, I think I just tried to accelerate while the doors were open. Now this train, although we're leaving at the same time, the HST is very slow. So that 166 is gonna be gone, long gone. But then we will overtake it. I think it stopped at Taplow, and we will overtake it either as it is slowing down or as it stopped in the station. I'm gonna put it to 3 throttle for now till we get to about 40, I think, and then I'll pop it up to 4 till we get to about 80, and then I'll pop it to 5. I've read, and I don't know if this is the game behavior or how the train behaves in real life, that it doesn't like being thrown up to max. It likes going up slowly, like incrementally. And these are just the sort of things that I think might work. The increments that I think might work. I have no evidence for whether it does. But certainly I always feel like throwing up to max, the amps go up and then they start falling. And that feels like you're not getting the max power out of the engine. I thought I put in far more clouds than this. Oh, but actually I'd rather it not have clouds, thinking about it, because this still has the old skybox. So they wouldn't look very good. Because now a lot of the older route, now the new skybox looks absolutely amazing. So this older one looks terrible. I mean, genuinely terrible. Like I played, Tees Valley was just updated with the new skybox, and it's like a new game. Well, a new route. It looks brilliant. Just changes everything, having nice clouds. And it's the same with even new routes like Harlem and the Swiss route. I've got them. I haven't made videos on them yet, but I will. And they just look stunning. I just wanted to this route first, in this, because I just think, oh, it looks so good. Oh, look at it. Look. Sweep from behind. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Okay, now we go to 4. Pardon me. Oh, look at it. Look at it. And, oh yeah, that 126 has disappeared into the distance. But not so far. Now that can only go to 90. So once we get to 90, we'll be at the same speed. We'll be like continuing with it at the same speed. Then once we get to 125, we'll be significantly faster. So we'll begin to overtake it. But that will be quite some time to get to there. As you can see, I just notched it up a notch. I just took it up a notch to 4, and it hasn't. I mean, it still accelerates very slow. These are painfully slow accelerating trains, even by the standards of like a diesel. These are multiple units, so both engines are working at the same time. So it's not like, oh, it's just a loco hauled service. No, this has like the front and the rear loco work in tandem, and still it's slow to accelerate. But it has a very high top speed, so 125 is very good for a 70s diesel train. It just takes a long time to get there. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, now we will. There is, I think, there's one train in this scenario that is a Great Western. I mean, a Great Western Railway dark green livery. I think it's just one HST. I think it's the first HST we come across. So at some point, that one's going to pass us, or maybe it's the second. And it's in dark green, and you can see like it blends in with the background because it's so dark. Whereas this one, I mean, it pops. It's pretty poppy colour. Oh, wobbler jobbler. Yes. So this does make me happy actually. I'm going to put it on max now that I've got to 80. And let's see, that gives us much. Any imp? Nope. Huh. But we are now, yeah, so that train's going to stop there. So we'll probably looking at it will overtake it once it's stopped in the station, because we're not going. Well, I mean, we're only going 90 now, and the 166 can get to 90, so it's probably been going 90 for the past mile and a half. Anyway, I don't want to keep zoomed in because you see more pop in that way. This is a nice route, and honestly, I can't wait for the preservation crew to be like release their updates, so it gets the new skybox. It has a whatever changes they're making. I feel like they're adding PIS. That's what they're doing. Adding PIS. What else would they plan to do with this route? PIS. Some upgrades at Paddington, maybe to stop with all those people. Oh, rush hour passengers, I guess. That will make a difference to this route. Oh, and is there a passenger? No. I'm sure I've seen one on here before. Just one there. No. Right, now let's have a look at what is coming up ahead of us. Right, so we've got that's a freight train. Ah, yes, then comes the HST. Yes. So we get like a 1-2 freight train followed by HST. See, this timetable is very good. So the creator of this did incredibly well. This is a good route for creating scenarios. I think I showed one of my early scenarios was this one where I raced the 101, because it's 4-track the whole way. You can create moments where you're passing trains and overtaking them, and it's good in that sense, in a way that some of the routes don't allow you to do that, because you don't have that 4-track layout along the whole stretch of a route. Harlem might be good. Oh, does it have a 4-track layout the whole way? I feel like it does. Okay, right, here we go. Right, look at that. Whoosh. Okay, so there comes that's one. Oh, and there comes HST. Ah, brilliant. So yeah, this, if you do nothing else, download this. I'm pretty sure, I don't think it uses anything that's not already in this DLC, so you just need the Great Western DLC and it will have everything. I don't think it uses any other trains. There's that freight train, and there might be another one further down, but I think they're both Class 66 that come with the route. And it's just the 166 and the Great Western Railway, and the exploit that's being used that works on PC, I think pulls through regardless. You don't need to do anything on your PlayStation or Xbox, it will just be here. I think this is one of the most popular scenarios that's on in like the most popular section, and because the livery is in the game, there's nothing DTG can do if they don't want you to have it, this livery. And I guess they've taken that into account, and they know, because it's been like this since day one that this exploit has existed. Now it's just available via the Creators Club to everyone, and it's great. Like it brings new life to this line, and I hope some more scenarios are created on this basis. Come on, right now, look, we're going to overtake this 166 leaving the station. Look at it, Way! Perfect. I mean, it's brilliant. Really brilliant. Right, I'll power down a bit so I don't go over 125. But yeah, this is like, if you don't have a PC, this is the best way to experience some of the hacks and workarounds that you can get on PC. Like I said, with the 182 leading the intercity coaches as well, brilliant hack workaround for that. And I think There's another one, but I can't off the top of my head think what it is. There we go. Perfect. And another one. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, one of the I wasn't expecting anything from the Creators Club, if I'm honest. I'm as I said, I don't really put that much effort into liveries. I don't really see there being that big a use for them, because most of the routes are made in a specific era with a specific operator, and so I don't really see what the liveries can often bring. I've done a few sort of British Rail or the TTV Atlantic ones, but generally I don't spend that long on them, or I move on, get on with it. But the scenarios have been good. I've downloaded quite a few, and to a degree, some liveries have been interesting. This one is obviously, it's not a livery shared in the game. It's just an exploit that's in the game that you can only really access via PC, and now you can share that onto. Oh, look, HST. But some liveries, I think I downloaded an OBB livery for the 182, and possibly a Railjet. No, I don't know if I downloaded the Railjet or Nightjet approaches by the Intercity. Ooh, hello, and I downloaded another one. I think I downloaded an Intercity livery for the 612, the Tilty 612. Possibly I did try for the livery on the Dostos, the Intercity livery on the Dostos, with the 146 as well, but it's difficult to actually do that in timetable mode, and the only scenario that had it didn't seem to have any AI, so I was a bit unimpressed with that. What else? Oh, we get 2 trains here. What else? There's another one I did download. I'm trying to think, because I split it between PC, because on PC I can have everything I want, but on PS5 I can only have certain routes. There we go. There's a 166. Some containers. Yeah, they look like they're from First Great, from the what's this route called? Great Western Express. They look like everything is from within this DLC, so you don't need anything else to download the scenario. What else? I mean, go in and have a look around. You may not think you're very interested in things, but you may see something you like. I can't remember what it was that one of the other scenarios I've done that was quite interesting, because it seemed to be like a it was on Shafanakakoln. I still don't know how to pronounce that. And it was quite good, but I can't remember what it was, and I think I might have got that one on PC instead. Right, now we are now like getting close. 14 miles at this speed. We have passed Slough. We are coming up to, if I remember, where's Ealing? Ealing is like there. That's Ealing, and so that's West Ealing, and Southall is this one. Southall? I never remember. And the trains are always going too fast for me to see. Ooh, another HST. Everyone seems to be going quite slow. Whoa! And a quadruple 66 setup. Not bad indeed. So yeah, a lot has a lot has happened since the last time I made a video. Like, I mean, the Creators Club, which now enables us to do all of this. And there was the Harlem route that was released, and the I can't remember what that Swedish route is called. Um, both of which I think are very good actually in their own ways. And relatively bug free from what I've seen. Like I think there are some safety system bugs, but not that surprising to be honest. They're difficult to understand and to test. Um, and was there a loco DLC? No. There was the G6, but I don't think. Uh, I think that had come out already by the last time I made a video. Um, and there's been some preservation crew work on the. Oh no, the pack came out. The gameplay pack for Colnarken, Bakerloo Line, and what's Sandpatch Grade. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed what I've seen on Colnarken. I haven't really done anything on the Bakerloo. It's just not the kind of I very rarely get round to anything on Bakerloo or Sandpatch Grade. But I will. I think I did sort of think, oh well, now might be a good time to try out Bakerloo again. It's not. It's a well-modelled route. It's just I'm not that massively interested in. Um, what do you call them? Oh, what am I trying to say? Like that kind of London Underground metro-y route, because you don't really get that fast, and you're kind of everything's an all-stop service, so it's a bit like to me, personally. But yeah, I might give it another go. I don't see myself making a video of it though, because I'll just be frustrated. It's a really difficult timetable to keep to as well. Um, so yeah, I was quite good. I'm quite happy with that gameplay pack. And then I think that was followed by some preservation crew upgrades to that route, which brought us PIS and new skybox, which has been rolled out across all routes that had the TSW2 skybox already. Any that still have the old one from TSW 2020 or TSW original, whatever it's called, they still have the old skybox. They haven't been upgraded yet, but the preservation crew will upgrade them. So Tees Valley just got the new skybox and it looks great. That just got a preservation crew update to fix a few bugs, and there's been some updates for London Commuter to unclog a few of the red lights. Oh yeah, there's I don't know if it's from this person who created this scenario, but there is a scenario that allows you to take this train on London Commuter for a run from London Victoria to Brighton. And there's one on East Coast Way, and I think there's one on Northern Transpennine I've seen. Right, this is Ealing now. So yeah, we've got the I'm gonna idle. You see they've used the Gatwick Express trains here. They do run them on this line at the moment. They've been loaned, I think, or they were recently. Probably when the first Great Western trains were running, you wouldn't have seen a 387 in Gatwick Express livery, because I don't think they existed. While FGW purple was still a thing. But yeah, it adds some variety. So yeah, I guess you actually then need London Commuter as well if you want to have this scenario. I can't remember if they work if you don't have everything. I think they don't. I'm sure I had one that needs me to have Rome Austin or something, and I don't have it. Oh, I'm going over. Oh, the brilliant! And I think because there was a new article about Spirit of Steam this week, I think, sort of like explaining the signalling. Was it the signalling? Yeah. I think that they're slowly drumming up to release that probably around May, maybe. Wait, what time is it now? So this one just Swedish, Swiss, not Swedish. Swiss route released about 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, maybe, maybe 2 weeks by the time I get around to uploading this video. And they usually release about every 6 weeks. And there's no third-party stuff coming up, other than, well, the Swedish route was third-party. But even Harlem was only released a week before that, so we're still kind of halfway through. So what else is coming? I mean, there'll probably be some, oh god, preservation crew updates. I don't think they've got anything else coming up. Oh no, there's a freight route, isn't there? What's the freight route they delayed to keep working on? Horseshoe Curve? I think it's Horseshoe Curve. So that might be the next one, actually. So then that would be when? That would put us May, actually. Then therefore it wouldn't be till like end of June if Spirit of Steam was after that. Maybe that actually makes sense. I mean, it's a Steam route, it's something new. I mean, that is going to be day one for me. I want to see what Steam is like in this game, particularly because the game just looks so good on PS5 now. And on PC as well, I just realised that I can scale up the screen size, which makes it look more detailed, because it basically, you scale up the screen size output from the game, then the game sort of squishes, then your computer squishes it down to fit your display, and that means that you get more detail. I think that's the theory of it anyway, but it seems to work as far as I can see, and it looks great. And actually, I will say, like, look at this. So look, that reflections on the side of the HST, brilliant. Look great. And you know, having been distracted by Gran Turismo 7, which looks phenomenal for the past, gosh, how many weeks? How long's it been out? Since day one, I've played it like every day. It has been like my go-to game, and it still kind of is in a way, but I've kind of reached that point now where it's grindy, and like I'm hoping that they're gonna fix it. They've sort of said they're gonna reappraise the reward system to make it more rewarding. Because you think this game's bad, trust me, Gran Turismo literally like holds all these nice cars in front of you and then says you must play for 10 hours to get anywhere near this car. And even after 10 hours, you're like, I still couldn't afford the most expensive car in the game by a long shot, and I would have to spend every credit I have and then start again just to get a cheap car. Like, it's absurd. So yeah, I'll be distracted with that. But what my point was going to be that, like, as good as that looks, this looks pretty good too, if I'm honest. Like, still, this is a good looking game, model wise, and now with the new skybox as well, even better. Come on. Okay, right, well, that's good. Oh, look at that, train leaving. Here we are, Paddington. This is, see, although I don't even like this livery, and this is kind of, it was always like this when I went to Paddington. This is what you saw. These First Great Western trains, those little 166s, and a Heathrow Connect. The old Heathrow Connect, which was like grey with orange doors, I think, and they were like Siemens. What is that? Siemens Desiro trains, and they're always quite interesting because they were electric, and then all the other trains were diesel. Oh, and then there were the Heathrow Express as well. I can't remember what they were. Were they Siemens as well? Were they like other Desiros? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just talking about. But anyway, yes. So this is probably so far the best scenario I found via the Creators Club, and I do highly recommend you go find it. The name of the person who made it and their username, if you want to search for it in the Creators Club, is TomFresco. This one is called First Great Western to Paddington. First Great Western FGW HST to Paddington, I think it's called. And it's brilliant. Like literally, I couldn't fault it. Easily the best scenario I've come across in the Creators Club so far, and really injects a bit of life into this route after so many years without that many changes. So yeah, and you know you can keep doing it over and over again. Like you can try the other ones, the one that's the power car to Reading, or the one that's the 166 that utilizes the same basic approach. Um, they're both pretty good. Um, so yeah, I would say the Creators Club has been a surprise. I wasn't expecting to use it. I wasn't expecting to find anything any good. And in fact, it's given me some really good gameplay. What else would I say? I would definitely check it out if I were you, and I'll be back soon, probably very soon, because I think I'm going to record the videos right after this now, with my take on the Swiss route and the Harlem line, because they're both quite short. They should be quite short to make videos for if I use the Express. And that's how I like my videos, short and sweet. So with that, I shall bid you adieu. Oh, actually, before I go, I will actually do a little plug. I do have um, I do have my own. There's Harlem. It does look good actually. I do have my own mods there, but I don't know if they took down my GWR one. Oh, I've got the Cornwall Modern. It's called Cornwall Modern Livery. There we go. And so you can have the GWR one. Ignore the screenshots making it look pixelated there from when it was on when the pixel when the liveries look bad. It actually looks quite good now. And I've got the timetable as well. So this gives you a modern timetable with a 166 and a one the 150 and the HST. And I think you do it in with the 150. So I think the only things you need. Oh, actually. I think maybe I did include a class 37. I can't remember if it was the one from the route. Oh well, that's just a little plug for me. But anyway, and as you can see, I think what's my username here? Wild Brute 89. Um, so yeah, you should be able to see those there. And that's it from me for now. Thank you for watching. As ever, requests, comments, pop them down below. And have a good afternoon, week, weekend, month, year, however things are going for you. Enjoy it. Goodbye.